Hi, it's Leslie with some more of a love workshop for you. We've had so many comments, so many good comments, and so many of you would like me to continue doing this. So thank you so much from the bottom of my heart. I thank you because I will continue doing them. Now, every relationship is different. We all know that every single person together, the dynamics are different, and you have different questions, different scenarios. So if you would like to call for a personal love prescription, um, a consultation, talk, please call. Please call. Here it is right here. It's 800-541-6999. But the thing I want you to remember is relationships are never 100%. What we dream of, what we want, nothing is ever 100% in life, ever. It has its ups and downs. Life is kind of like a roller coaster sometimes. Even though you have a stable, strong relationship, there are just some of these readings or scenarios I have done lately that I've picked up on. If you have any topics you want to hear about, please let me know. Just comment on it, and I will do it for you. Okay? This one is about relationships. The first thing is trust. Trust is the most important thing in the whole world. I will tell you, I was married 38 years with my husband, 2 more, 40 years. Trust. He can go away hunting, fishing, whatever, a week to 10 days. I never had any question about it. He didn't about me. But that's hard. In this day and age, it's harder. It's different. And I'm an old lady compared to most of you that are watching this. But I want to define the relationships for you. I think we all want a meaningful, loving, deep relationship that's going to last a long time. They're going to last forever. That deep love. And that changes. Relationships change as we go. We grow. From the very beginning, you're in love. It's a wonderful, like a honeymoon, and you get married, and you have children, and things change, and the children leave, and you have empty nest, and then you go back to being together and having some mutual interest. But to start with, I'm giving this 3 months plus. You want to be give to each other. You want to make it more energetic. You want to fulfill the potential. If someone new in your life, someone in your life that's meaningful. And sometimes we have that connection, we know that they're going to help you reach your potential. Sometimes when we're alone, that doesn't work. Not saying it all doesn't come from within, it does. We have to be helpful, stable, sure of ourselves, love ourselves before anything can be lasting for us. If we're looking for it outside ourselves, a lot of times it doesn't work for you. Some of the things on trust here, I think it's nice to have mutual friends. It's a lot of fun to have mutual friends. Going place together on your regular night out. But a little red flag here is if you're going the same place every week for a long time and you have the same friends and you're both involved with the same friends, even though you're friends to start with, maybe his friends to start with, and you go and an hour later he comes and all the other couples say, "What's going on here? Why don't you come together?" Because it doesn't seem like a relationship. You may be with someone who just doesn't know how to have a relationship. They're always in a dating mood. If you're not meeting the friends and the family on the other side, that's a sign where you better think about it. I would think you better think about it. Because most everybody watching this is a wonderful person, a giving, loving person. And all you want to do is share your life with someone. So make sure you're in the right place to start with, and you don't stay too long when it's not. I know you want to enjoy each other's own time, and I think you do that sometimes, but it's on the outside world where maybe the other person you have no mutual interest, no social graces. He or she has no social graces. You should be able to make plans together. Nobody whining about one thing or the other. Sharing, growing, helping each other. Fulfill your potential, as I said. We all want that. We all really want that in our lives. And I know there's a lot of troubled people out there. For instance, let me give you a little scenario here. And some of this may be redundant. I may be saying it over, and this will be the last time. Hopefully I say it over and over. Suppose someone you've been with 5.5 years, starts saying to you, "Should I stop over tonight? Do you want me to stop over tonight?" What kind of thing is that to say? After you know he or she's going to be there all the time, all of a sudden they start asking you that? That's a different culture. That's a different language. It's like someone they're talking to new and they don't realize they're talking to you. So think about that. When you've been together for a year or more and you don't feel there's any close commitment, no matter what you ask, it seems to annoy the other person. It's like no relationship at all. Again, some people don't have a relationship. They may be 58 years old and never been in a long-term relationship over, let's say, 5 years, maybe the longest, 3 to 5 years, but they never been married, and the other person's holding on, hoping that things will go better. Sometimes the person just has issues, real issues, and you have to deal with that. You have to realize after a year, if it's not going anywhere, it's time for you to move on. It is really time for you to move on. And I say this from a very personal standpoint, very personal standpoint. You should be planning trips together, maybe wanting to live together, doing things with people, planning things for family together. You're feeling empty. You're feeling no support. You're asking your friends what I should do. You're reading. You don't feel any real connection. That closeness where you could say anything to your friend, to your lover, your friend, your partner, and they're going to throw it back up to you and say, oh, you did this wrong. You should have done this. No, they're going to listen to you. They're going to support you. They're going to be with you. And after a year, if you're not getting that, you're not going to get it. It's not going to change. Don't be foolish and think it will, because it won't. Not knowing if you're going to be together for the future, and no matter what age you are. Remember, whether a man or a woman, we're from 10 to 100, we all want to be loved. We want a relationship we feel close in. Some people that doesn't work with, but that's all we basically want. I have done readings for people that are in their 90s, and they're still concerned about someone they're seeing. So believe me, we're all girls and boys. No matter, we're men and women, but we're all girls and boys at heart. Believe me. Another thing to watch is I know I've said this before, but his phone is in the car. He goes out to his car occasionally 2 or 3 times a night. He has to get something out of his car. Well, what do you know that he's not? Why wouldn't he bring his phone in? And why? This is one of the biggest red flags you can have. He's probably going out there to see if any messages from anybody else. He's probably on some dating lines. I don't know. I shouldn't say that, but he's probably there to check his phone. Another thing is, I guess maybe we're going to run 2 of them here together, so this will be a long one. There's so many signs. If you're feeling insecure, you're feeling empty, you're not filled. It's like the wagon gets empty. It needs gas to run. You don't have the gas to run. The trust is the same thing. You have to have trust. It's like gas in a car. If you don't have gas in the tank, you don't go. And trust, it just doesn't work. It doesn't work for you. One of the biggest things I've had so many people say to me, so many people, you've asked them to stay after you make love. Many times, from 3 months to 5 years. He says he's going to stay, and as time goes by, things get wonderful, and you wake up at 3 or 3:30 in the morning, he's not there. Every single time. He says he has to go feed his animals. He wants to go get something to eat. Listen, if he's not thinking about your feelings, how you feel, it makes you feel like a hoe, like a booty call, like everything that was wonderful in the lovemaking turns into sex or even worse in your mind for you. And it makes you feel worse about yourself. And this I've talked to people that's gone on for years, and they've let it happen. It's not, he may be going home to talk to somebody on the phone. He's going to meet somebody who gets off work at that time in the morning. You feel something is special, and then it just goes away. Just think about maybe what you would tell your best friend in a situation like this. What would you tell them to do? And that's what you should do, because that's really what's in your heart. Another thing is, especially, and I'm almost done here, but the trust. Trust is so important. If you don't have trust, the car won't run. Believe me, the car doesn't run without gas. Trust, things don't grow and go forward without gas, and that's without trust. If you find someone who, and this could be a person with many issues, and they're not your issues, you should finally start to look at it's not you. You're loving, you're kind, you want to give. This person won't accept your love, and whatever you say, they may turn it around like you're with someone else. They're obsessed with jealousy. They're asking you every day if you're with someone else, making making things into something else. They might even break into your house. Who knows? They may manipulate a phone call, and making you think you're with someone else. Get out. That's all I'm saying. Get out, because it's not good for you. It's really time to move on. Nothing is going to change no matter how long you try. You need to trust without even thinking about it. And you need to have that trust. You've never been in that position before in your life. Have your needs filled by someone who's caring and loving and not just about themselves. As I said, relationships aren't perfect. We all have many things. This was a pretty strong one. I don't think I'll do that stronger one again. But I've had so many calls since I started this that I wanted to bring this up and let you know. Bye-bye, and let me know if you like this one. Bye-bye.